So now I'm going to log into the Kitaboo e-reader on a Nexus tablet, and like we did on the iPad a couple of minutes back, this is the e-reader on the Android tablet. I'm going to log in as a student again. So this is exactly how we saw it on the iPad as well, right? So he sees a bookshelf, he sees his book. This is the book that we refer to. So here the student can see his own statistics. So if I click on the statistics tab, he can see how much average notes were shared or created, how much average time he has spent on the book, on the pages, how many pages has he read, how many highlights are there, how many resources has he viewed and stuff. So he can see his grade over here, and he can see his login, which is Sales Learner 3. So it's a very neat application for a student, so that he can then see his own statistics and he can understand how much time has he spent on the book as well. In this, I'm going to show you a shared note feature. So I'm going to go into, like, for example, let's take this page for example. Now I suppose if I'm a student and I've not understood this portion of the page, I can highlight this. I can click on this note option. I can say please explain, and I can share this with my instructor. Okay, I can say share. So this note is already automatically gone to the instructor. So when he logs in, he will see a small notification on the top or on the left hand side, depends on what device you're using. And then he can go there and answer to your question as well. So that is something that is very cool about this reader as well. I'm also going to show you how a student can also enter a test. Say for example, if I'm a teacher and I've given him a test on the book, say this was a test, and say it had a very simple yes/no answers. So I'm a student, I'm going to say yes here, I'm going to say no here, I'm going to say no here again, and I'm going to say yes here. Okay, and after I'm done, I can just click this button, and this would mean that the answers that are submitted will go to the cloud. So once I say okay, the data will successfully go to the cloud, and when the instructor logs in, he can see my answers and he can then correct it or mark it wrong or anything else, or even can give me a comment on that as well. Now let's log into the Apple iPad and see the reader itself. So as you can see, we've created white label applications for a lot of leading publishers here, for Pearson, McGraw-Hill, Glidendale. All these guys use the Kitaboo platform as their e-reader. So I'm going to log into the Kitaboo reader as a student. Give me a second while I log in. So when a student logs in, the first thing he will see is his bookshelf, and then this is one book that we've created just as an example. So I'm going to quickly go into the first page, and I'm just going to show you that how a student can see an audio or video on the textbook itself. So this is how we can see a video. And then, for example, if I'm a teacher and if I'm going to explain, say, a Bunsen burner, for example, so I can record my own audio and put it on the Bunsen burner.
We're going to learn how to use a Bunsen burner safely and properly. This is a Bunsen burner.
See, so this is very, very easy for the kids. When they go back home, they can actually look at this book and instantly read and see what they have done in class. Now, I also want to show you this feature, which is an inline video. So this video plays inside this window itself.
It is the year 128 AD, and Rome is the biggest.
So if you don't want the video to pop up or pop out, you can save space by just putting the video in the frame itself. I'm going to show you one more feature, which is the read aloud feature, which means if I'm a toddler and if I'm by myself with an iPad, I can just click this and...
Listen up, called Mrs. Williams. We're going to have a school Olympics.
So I'm going to now log into a browser and show you how the Kitaboo reader works here. Let me log in as an instructor in this one. So in the iPad and on the Android device, I logged in as a student. Sales Learner 3 was my name. So I've logged in here. This is my library. I'm going to click on the book and I'm going to say statistics. So I'm going to show you this cool feature for a teacher where he can see the statistics of his entire class. He can see the statistics of student one by one, as to how many books has he opened the book or not, how much time has he spent on the page, how many resources has he viewed, has he sent any highlights, has he read any highlights, total reading time, everything he can view on with the help of these statistics. So it's a very nice tool for a teacher. I'm going to now open the book and let's see if I've got a highlight notification. Yes, I have. So if you see on the left hand side, I got a notification. If I click that, so it gives me a small message saying that sales runner 3 has shared data. I'm going to say the tick mark or yes. So then this is the place where he had selected, and I'm going to say, oh, he says, please explain. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to say comments, and I can type yes, I will tomorrow in class, for example. Or if it's a very short explanation, I can explain right here. I'm going to say send. So I have successfully sent this to the student. So now when he logs in, he will see a notification on the top as well. Now I want to also show you the small test that the student had created. So I'm going to review that as a teacher. So I'm going to click on review. I'm going to go down to Sales Learner 3 and I'm going to go to the test. This was the test. So he's clicked this. Now I have the option of correcting this. So I'm going to click the green button for write. I can write. I'm going to say my answer, third one was wrong, second one was wrong, and last one was wrong as well. Okay, and then I'm going to say done. So this data is submitted to the cloud as well. So this has gone to the cloud. So when the student logs in, he will see my comments on his highlights, and he will see my answers to his answers. So as we've seen, the most important feature that Kitaboo has is that all these features that we just saw on the iPad, on the Android, and on the browser, all these features are customizable according to the client.